Okay, so today's lesson is over 3.3, proving that lines are parallel. What we are going to be doing is working backwards. So postulate 16 is corresponding angles converse. If two lines are cut by transversal, so is the corresponding angles. If two lines are cut by transversal, so the corresponding angles are congruent, then the lines are parallel. So if two lines are cut by transversal and angle 2 and angle 6 are congruent, then J and K are parallel. That leads into the theorems. If resulting alternate interior angles are congruent, then by the alternate interior angles converse, line J and K are parallel. Alternate exterior angles are congruent based on the transversal and two lines being cut, then J and K are parallel. And then we have the consecutive interior angles converse. If two lines are cut by transversal, so the consecutive interior angles are supplementary, then the lines are parallel. So the sum of angle 3 and angle 5 are supplementary, then lines J and K are parallel. So in this lesson, is there enough information to prove the lines P and Q are parallel? If so, state the information. So we have this angle on the outside marked, that they're congruent. And I have this is marked here that this is congruent. So based on vertical angles, this would be congruent down here, and this angle up here would be congruent. It doesn't state that the angles are 90 degrees, so we cannot assume that the sum of these two are equal, and there's nothing here that allows them to be same side exterior. So since they're marked equal, the only thing we know is that they're congruent. So since we do not know they're 90 degrees, we can't assume that they're 90 to make it a true statement. So this information has not enough information. This one here, these are alternate interior angles. They are marked congruent. So since these are alternate interior angles, transversal cutting P and Q, this is yes by the alternate interior angles converse. Now, it's converse because before we said if two parallel lines were cut by transversal, then the resulting angles would either be congruent or supplementary. Now we're switching that. We're saying that a line creates angles that are either congruent or supplementary, and by creating those angles to be exactly where they are, alternate exterior, alternate interior, corresponding angles, or the consecutive interior angles converse to be supplementary, then the lines are parallel. So we are working backwards. Second page, we have find the values of x that makes the lines parallel. So we are going to take these two angles here, this one and this one. We're going to set them equal. If we prove them to be equal, we find the value of x to satisfy the alternate interior angles being congruent, therefore making the lines parallel by the alternate interior angles converse. So this is the alternate interior angles converse. So 3x plus 13 equals 4x minus 10. Add 10 minus 3x. 23 equals x. These are interior same side, so consecutive interior angles by the consecutive interior angles converse. Adding these two to equal 180 allows me to get them to be congruent. So 2x plus 36 plus 4x equals 180. So 6x plus 36 equals 180. Minus 36 from both sides, 6x equals 144. Divide by 6, x equals 24. Last but not least, we have the transitive property of parallel lines. If two lines are parallel to the same line, then they are parallel to each other. So if these two lines are parallel and these two lines are parallel, P and Q are parallel and Q and R are parallel, P and R must be parallel to each other. Your homework is right here. We will do proofs tomorrow in class. I will get answers uploaded and everything else. Please understand I've been fighting my computer, so that's why this is uploaded just a little bit later than the start of third period, which means it's getting uploaded about 10 o'clock, 10:10.